Oculus Transport was founded in 2011 by our CEO, Rick Peterson. Basically, everything was operating out of Fort St. John while we purchased some property in Grand Prairie, built a rail spur here. We're sitting on 75 acres, quite a large tank farm. We have 96,000 barrels of storage here. So we started basically utilizing all of our infrastructure and assets to pivot into production. We were still doing a lot of service. From 2017 into about 2019, we actually started going the other way, where most of our business started to become production-based hauling.
Coming from an oil and gas background, they always just set the bar for precision and performance in industry. The ability of them to deliver services in the size and scale that they do, the execution portion of what they offer, and the diversity within those services, the pressure vessel side, the fluid management, the fluid storage on site, and the pipe storage and delivery. It was just an amazing service company to watch be founded in 2011.
When we received the call that there was an opportunity to sit down with Cory, Rob and I certainly jumped at the opportunity to do so. When we learned that it was a major realignment, it was something that we knew was certainly within our scope to be able to provide Cory.
And they kind of agreed that we had a facility that could host a great sale being off the highway. And we have 75 acres here, so we got lots of space. It's not too far from the Grand Prairie Airport. It's not too far from the Ritchie Bros location here in Grand Prairie. The logistics of trying to move it all over there, having our own wash bay here, having our facility, we just felt that having it in our yard would just make more sense. When you have in excess of 50 tanks, you have to run over and get flushed and cleaned, and if you can just get it all done in the yard here and line it all up and stage it all here, you're not running to two different places.
The fact that we're having the auction here, there's certain things that you might not think about initially, which is the previewing, the inspections. What about after the sale? Responsibility for loadout, making sure that everybody is aligned with the expectations that our buyers will have. Because we are dealing with a large amount of trucks and trailers, ensuring that we have the appropriate documentation to reflect it. I mean, there's a lot that goes into maintaining a fleet of equipment, and so making sure that all of the listings are accurate with service history, etc., that they're being appropriately advertised to the world.
We run a pretty rigorous maintenance program, like 150 hours. Everything comes in for an oil change, and we go through everything from all the lights. Trucks get greased in 150 hours, and then our other next major kind of service interval where we really go through everything, like airbags and the ABS systems and brake checks. We do that around 500 hours. And everything's logged. Our parts lady here, Jennifer Martin, is fantastic at what she does. She keeps paperwork like crazy, which I'm sure will come across in the Ritchie Bros package. I do build and buy and sell all of our assets, all of our trailers and trucks. And Rick has always told me that when it comes to that, money is not an issue. We are always going to buy the best of the best and make sure that we maintain it properly.
Rick Peterson is a guy that believes in quality, believes in value, and believes in transparency. And that's the same kind of moral compass that guides the president of the company, Cory Heck. All of these trucks are one-owner units bought and ordered direct from the OEMs. Everything's coming with fresh VKIPs, which are tank certifications. The work history, the work summaries, lots of trucks have had engine work, transmission work, diff work. So I mean, all of that is going to be totally transparent for the buyers. We're hosting, a full week-long open house to make sure anybody that has interest, that wants access, gets it. And then anybody that's working from a remote situation, we can definitely provide information to them.
The gates are supposed to be officially opened on the 14th for people to come through and start the equipment, pull it ahead, pull it back, make sure they're happy with what they're potentially looking at purchasing.
I'm really excited to see some of the 50 cube trailers across the block. I think that the fluid hauling equipment is something that we haven't seen a fair bit of in the market lately.
Our tri-drive T800 picker with the winch on it, I'm quite interested to see how that does. It's a very nice truck capable of doing many different services.
It's a tri-drive, it's a boom truck, but the thing that makes it special is it also has a winch on the back. So the diversity and application that has in the oil and gas service space is pretty neat and unique. And then the tank trailer space as a whole. We got Super Vs, we got quad axles, we got tri-straight cans, different volumes, different material. We got aluminum, we got stainless steel. So I mean, there's something for everybody here. And I'm very excited to see the reach and where this stuff all lands come sale day. The Ritchie Brothers of 2025 has never had more to offer. We've got reserve platforms, unreserved platforms, we have on-site selling, we have off-site selling in this case. We've got the ability to finance, the ability to do asset-backed lending with RBFS and RB Capital, our appraisal side with Rouse, and all of those service offerings, when you package them under one umbrella, it's just a power in market that nobody else has. We're wide open for discussions. It's all about the customer's needs and then where we see our value being added to support their business.
For me, the ease of sending you guys an equipment list, you know, whether it's 5 pieces or 130, for me just to send a bunch of VIN numbers for the trucks and you guys have the capability to pull all the specs of that equipment, and then I can get back to my day-to-day, my operations that I have to run every day. Your marketing and your reach is phenomenal.
If a consignor is looking to expose their equipment to a worldwide market beyond just the provincial borders of Calgary, the region that I cover, or selling in Edmonton, we have the largest buyer market, certainly within North America, if not internationally. We can ensure that we are selling every piece of equipment for really what the market will bear.
The pure professionalism of, hey, we're going to sell this package and we're going to sell it for the best possible dollar that you guys can get out of your equipment, and make sure that these buyers are getting good equipment. They approach you with absolutely every little thing that you're not thinking about at the time, and the peace of mind that knowing nothing's going to be missed, nothing's going to be forgotten about. Things that sometimes I'm not thinking about, you guys are on top of, and you come address it quickly. Very detailed notes, very detailed people. It makes this a lot easier when it's hectic. And your colors are orange too.